What the hell did you just hit me for?
You know, I hate it when guys insult women. Try and show them more respect.
I was paying Olivia a compliment, all right?
Comments about how she satisfies you or not.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, you know, a gentleman keeps thoughts about things like that to himself.
Yeah, right. Thanks for the tip. Really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Now I got one for you, all right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've managed to keep Dante's secret his entire life. Connie and I are the only ones that know that Sonny's the father.
Right. Until now.
Yeah. You had to go on over here, didn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is my office.
Okay, but I gotta ask. Can I trust you to keep your mouth shut? Or do I have to worry about what you're gonna do?
Of course you can trust me, Olivia. I mean, you've kept my secret for months. That Jerry and Claudia were behind Michael's shooting.
And I will continue to keep that secret until you keep telling me otherwise, okay?
But as far as secrets go, this is a big one. I can't believe that you and Sonny have a child together.
What can I say? Jax, I was a love-struck teenager. I was stupid enough to let myself get pregnant.
Yes, but smart enough to keep Sonny away from him and not let him get involved in his child's life.
It was actually a lot easier to just act like I got myself pregnant. I didn't know who did it. You know, what's a little bit of shame compared to keeping your kids safe?
Still, that was an honorable choice, okay? And you did keep him safe.
Yeah. Dante is a great kid.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Well, thanks to Sonny, too. I mean, say what you want about the guy. He makes great kids.
All right, I'll give him that much.
Yeah, it's really just a shame that he's never going to know what a wonderful man his oldest boy grew up to be.
Oh, what Sonny doesn't know can't hurt you or Dante.
God, I keep telling myself that. I want to believe that I shouldn't have any regrets about this.
As long as Dante and Sonny don't end up on some kind of collision course, you got nothing to worry about.
What do you mean?
Well, Dante's a cop. Sonny's a criminal. I mean, they're enemies, Olivia. Even if they don't know it yet.
Are we done or are we taking a break?
We're done. Considering what you thought I said about Olivia, I deserve to get hit.
Apology accepted.
Yeah, and despite what you thought I said about Olivia, I was paying her a compliment. And I wasn't trying to compare the two. Lulu and Olivia, they're both amazing.
Respectfully speaking.
Of course.
Well, we're talking mea culpas here. Probably shouldn't have been so territorial about Lulu.
Well, Lulu's a contradiction. She is. She pretends like she loves danger, says she loves danger, loves risk, but at the end of the day, she's easy to hurt.
You thinking I'm gonna hurt her?
I did. My life's been a mess, you know? I became a mess as a result, and a lot of that fell on Lulu.
That explains her late in high school. She's got me confused with you.
Whereas what, you're safe and secure?
No, but I am charming. That makes up for a lot.
Okay, we'll leave that up with Lulu to the side, all right? But proceed with caution. All right, that whole respect talk you gave me, Lulu deserves that. And a hell of a lot more.
It never occurred to you that Dante might get involved in a case one day that will lead him to Sonny?
Occurred to me? Jax, it haunts me every day of my life. But what am I supposed to do? I'm going to sit him down one day and say, oh, by the way, I've been lying to you your entire life. I actually do know who your father is. He happens to be the biggest crime figure in the tri-state area. I mean, I can't see that going very well.
What if you just come clean? I mean, tell them the truth, you know? Let them figure out where their relationship goes from there.
It can't happen, Jax. It puts Dante at way too much risk.
Well, doesn't not telling Dante put him at more risk?
How long you work for my old man?
Year and a half.
And Ronnie Domesco brought you in, right?
Why are you asking me questions you already got the answers to?
Wondering.
Well, where my loyalties lie?
Broke the land speed record jumping from Zacchara to Corinthos, so.
And what did you do?
Point taken.
Anyone who thinks I'm playing both sides here is wrong. I work for Sonny now. I'm not interested in Anthony's plan to consolidate and take over again. As far as I'm concerned, your father can rot in jail till the end of time. No offense.
I'm taken.
You know, there's probably some people out there who are just as suspicious of you as you are of me.
Those people would be wrong.
None of that honor their father crap for you, John?
Please. I don't know about your father. Mine was a complete bastard. He doesn't deserve any honor.
Maybe my father was a saint. Maybe he was a sinner. I don't know, I never met him.
What, your mom never talked about him?
Well, that'd be difficult. She didn't even know who he was.
I always knew that Dante was going to wind up in some kind of high-risk profession. I mean, that kid was a born adrenaline junkie. I mean, I lost count of the number of times that he almost killed himself when he was a kid. And I would just be standing there watching, you know, with my heart in my throat. The kid would just look up at me with those big eyes and just laugh right in my face. I mean, it was pretty clear that he was not going to follow my father and my brothers into automotive maintenance.
Never worried you that he might gravitate towards the mob?
Only every single day for the first 17 years of his life. I swear, when he told me he was joining the police academy, I practically wept with joy.
Bet he's a good cop, yeah?
He is. He's the best. Top of his class. Smart. The first month he was there still in a rookie uniform. Brought down a corruption ring inside the department. Took down a high-ranking captain, 17 detectives. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that took some guts.
You've got no idea. I mean, cops hate cops that take down other cops. You know, he made a lot of enemies there.
Well, good guys often do.
Yeah, but he didn't care. That's the thing. With Dante, it was the right thing to do. And that's Dante. He's all about doing the right thing, even if he sometimes goes about it the wrong way.
What do you mean by that?
Well, look, he doesn't take direction very well. Okay, just like his father. Actually, him and Sonny are really a lot alike.
Yeah, how's that?
Cocky, you know, arrogant. They're all about taking chances. Yeah. You know.
Some people are just born to take risks.
Thank you. That's my kid. I remember this one time. I caught him, you know, pulling himself across a clothesline from my Aunt Teresa's window to the building across the way, 3 stories up.
Oh, you kidding?
And then try having an argument with this kid. He's so stubborn, and he'll just smile at me, and he melts my heart. Just like his father, unfortunately.
Well, from what you've told me about him, it seems like Dante's his own man.
Yeah. But still, he and Sonny are a lot alike. You know, it's like what they would say in the neighborhood, 2 sides of the same coin. You know, all the things that make Dante a great cop are what makes Sonny a great crook. I'm just afraid that someday it's gonna get them both killed.
Yeah. Or they could go their whole lives and never cross paths.
But you see why this needs to remain a secret, Jax, right? Nobody can know, not even Carly. Especially Carly. I have a feeling that if she knew one way or another, she'd wind up telling Sonny, and it would just be a disaster for everybody. Thank you, Jax. I know I'm asking a lot of you.
I'm keeping my own secrets from Carly. I don't like the idea of having to keep yours too, but don't worry, I will.
Yeah, but it's a non-issue. No one is ever going to find out.
Sonny has a lot of connections, you know. Brooklyn, Manhattan, too.
Yeah, but the two of them don't know that they have any connection to each other.
What about the resemblance, huh? Father to son.
It's not the kind of thing that you'd notice unless you were looking for it. I mean, they got the same eyes and the same smile. Dante didn't get the dimples, though. But it's only little things that I would pick up on, nobody else. We're talking about this like it's going to happen. I mean, what are the odds?
You know, I don't envy you having to live with this.
Well, thank you for not judging me.
Well, we both know Sonny. If he found out about Dante, he'd want to make him a Corinthos, you know, like he's done with Michael and Morgan.
From what I've seen, he's a pretty good father to those kids, yeah?
Well, then you haven't seen enough. The boys would be a hell of a lot better without Sonny in their lives.
Did you see the bad in Sonny, Jax?
Well, that's because there's not a lot of good to see. But don't worry, I'll keep your secret. Although I can't guarantee that Carly won't still find out.
What do you mean?
Well, you know Carly. She has a way of stumbling upon the truth.